Boys, stop refreshing that block folio. We know it's been a couple sad days. But we got some good news in the house. What's going on, everybody? Mr. Influenced here, back at it again with another video. Got my hodl on. I got my hodl on. Man, it's been rough. It's been a rough couple of days. We have entered a major correction. It could be the ending of the correction, but we definitely had a huge correction. We're at 540 billion market cap with a Bitcoin dominance of 35.3%. I see this Bitcoin dominance level slowly going. It makes sense though. Can the dominance have anything to do with this? Alright, so there's a lot of things going on about this correction, this drop, whatever you want to call it. I've went through many of these already. We had one back in September. We had one before that. I don't know exactly when, but I know there was another one. We went through all this already. Now people are saying it's South Korea. The South Korea dump already pretty much happened. I've been watching a lot of stuff. A lot of people that are actually in the Bitcoin community in South Korea are really not panicking that hard. Like those guys are there. Not. It's not South Korea. It's not China. China's been out the picture since September. We had a major correction for that already. Now some people are saying it could be the Chinese mining, but from what let me turn down this music a little bit, just to make sure it's not too loud. I hope it wasn't too loud because I'm going to have to restart this video. We'll see. I hope this one's uploaded. If it's not, then I'll see you guys on the next video. Whatever. So what I've heard from the Chinese miners is that most of them are already moving to Canada and a few other places. So it's looking like it's not that. There's just so much. There's so much FUD going on, man. It's all right. So South Korea's out of the picture. I believe South Korea's out of the picture. I don't see why they would still be dumping. We got China out of the picture. That's 2 out of the picture right there. With the Chinese mining, that's another. That's 3 out of the picture. What is it? What is it? Is it just a healthy correction? Possibly. I don't think it's as bad as like everyone's making it seem, and us talking about this whole everything, just what's happening, actually builds onto the whole FUD and the drop, because we are the community. What others see about Bitcoin and everything on the internet is pretty much us, and what we're talking about and stuff like that. By us, I mean like most of the people that have been in here for more than like 2 months. For everybody else that hasn't been in here for the last, like all the new people in this space, I feel bad for you guys. But this is where the term dollar cost averaging comes into play. Now let me just show you guys before I talk about dollar cost averaging. If we look back to even, let's go to my birthday month. 15th, pretty much my birthday, 3 days after. Look at the prices. This was 3 months ago. Look at these numbers. We had Bitcoin at 5,700, Ethereum at 336. You know what? Let me put these side by side real quick. I think I could do that. I think I'm smart enough to do that. Alright, let me put these right. Whoa. Let's put these side by side. Right here. So here's 3 months ago, and here's today. So we had Bitcoin. Bitcoin is up still up. Think about this. Bitcoin is pretty much still up. $6,000. Ethereum 3x. Ripple 6x. Bitcoin Cash, what is that? 6x. Litecoin. Litecoin is up about a little less than 3x from October. That's not that bad. Dash. We have to scroll down for Dash because Dash has gotten taken out of the top 10. Dash, where are you? Dash, right here, $780. Dash was, alright, Dash is up about 2.5 times, and I'll speak more about Dash in a second. Also, this video will contain my top 10 FUD pickups for January. That's what I'm going to call it, FUD pickups. I'll let you guys know what I'm looking into buying. I know if we look at the chart, we just had another major dip. We've had these huge, sorry for the messy graph, I'm just like, I'm doing me. We had one major dump. We had a decent one right here. We had a big one right here. A couple big investors over there. Now let's look at the how are we looking at the 5-minute chart? Yeah, we had look at these sell-offs. We had sell-off, 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 sell-off. So these are big investors. These are not normal people. These little guys is us right here, usually. But all right, well, I'm getting so off topic. Boom, boom. So as you guys can pretty much see, we're still up so much compared to what we were at. Like, this is, we've went through so many corrections in this market already. The people that have been in here longer than 6 months. Oh wait, did I? Yeah. Okay. I'm on track. All right. Let me just X that out. I'm not gonna keep showing you guys all the dates that, I mean, this is important. This is important to look at because we're up so much. Like, I mean, at this point we took quite a bit of a correction. Most things took a hit of at least like 40% by now. As you can see at Bitcoin, like that graph. Now, I don't know, I'm not your financial advisor or anything. Don't just invest off of my words. I don't really know what's happening here. I'm trying to like understand what can it be. Some of the things I'm guessing is that I'm sure most of you guys have been concerned about taxes recently, all that other stuff. And what I'm thinking has been happening is, if you look over here, January, there was quite a bit of there was already quite a bit of money in the market. It wasn't that big, it wasn't that huge, but a decent amount of people were in. And I'm sure you guys have heard, at least in the United States, if you hold on to your these assets for longer than a year, then you pay either, I've read it was 0 to 10%, and if you hold less than a year, then you're paying like 20 to as high as like 40%, something like that. Those numbers are, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your freaking accountant or anything, so you're gonna have to do more research on that. But what I'm thinking also can be is that people are starting to cash out. You have such a high rise that some people just want to cash out, you know what I mean? And that year has hit, so they're paying way less taxes, so it was just ideal for a lot of people to cash out. Me personally, I don't, like, I haven't, most of my, like, I've been around for a while in this whole space, but most of my investments, like a lot of ICOs and stuff, I still won't be able to cash out. I mean, I can, but I wouldn't want to. I don't want to be paying 35% tax on my investments. I'd rather hold on for longer, and see what the potential is, like, a little longer term, like another year, until I actually look at cashing out like big profits. But what comes into play at this point, a good thing to do is dollar cost average. Over time, you would like to, before it didn't really make sense. Dollar cost averaging, like, everybody was hearing this term, they didn't really understand it. But now that the price is dropping, I guess they're starting to realize it. And what it is, like, if you're dollar cost averaging over here, all you're telling yourself is like, damn, why didn't I just buy more down here? But if you're my words are so off. When you're dollar cost averaging up here, that's what it seems like. But if you're here for the long term and don't Like if you're not on your stuff, if you're not ready to sell on some bad news and stuff like that, and if you see that our support levels are being broken down, then you're in it for more of like a hold, midterm, long term. So dollar cost averaging, while on a high, is kind of retarded. Dollar cost averaging on a low is actually very good, and that's what I hear from many decent investors in the space, that what they wish they did during levels like this drop and this drop was dollar cost average, and that's just increased their positions over time. So if the price goes up or down, they're just averaging out the price that they're getting in for, not going in all at once. And that's what I'm going to mention my top 10 picks for dollar cost averaging in the next couple of weeks, until at least until, like, you could keep dollar cost averaging, you know what I mean, but like while we're having a drop, that's what I would do. I wouldn't necessarily go day trade or anything like that. I would just dollar cost average it. Now, alright, so I'm gonna mention you guys them from these aren't in full order. My last 5 are in good order. These top 5, I just like the ones that I like personally. So first off, we'll start off with Litecoin. I think this is a great coin to just dollar cost average. I think there's super high potential in the future. Yeah, we were doing really, I mean, honestly, like, we were doing crazy good. Bitcoin wise, like, if you guys look at, I'm sure many of you guys have already seen, so you have the dollar at like the dollar price, and then you got the Bitcoin. If you look at only the Bitcoin chart, doesn't that look a lot different? I know many of you guys don't realize this. This is how I look at stuff like this, as I'm not looking to cash out anytime soon. So my goal is to get as much Bitcoin at the end of the day, and that's where Electroneum comes into place. Electroneum on the Bitcoin chart has been doing very well. Of course, on the US dollar price, if you go to Blockfolio, if you got in up here, then alright, your Blockfolio is going down quite a bit. But if you got in at ICO price, you're good. But just like realize that, look, it's 12 cents. We were just at 23 cents. But were we at 1,000 Satoshis? No, we were not. We were before all these big rises, we were like in the 900 Satoshi. For a few days we were in like the 800, 900 Satoshi range. And even 600, it was 600 Satoshis. So from like Bitcoin wise, we're still doing really good with Electroneum. It's holding up really, really well. This is, let me get off of Electroneum. We're talking about Litecoin. All right, so Litecoin's one of those picks for me. I'm just gonna give you guys these picks because this video is getting really long. These picks, I didn't just like go out here and just pick them out. These picks are coins that I truly believe in and have done further research. Make sure you go do yours. Don't invest anything you're not willing to lose. Now, number 9, Cardano. This is one that during this dip, it's either I'm going to pick up a lot or I'm going to dollar cost average it. We'll see. But this is definitely on my radar. This is one that's been talked about a lot recently. It's a platform and a token, so it's the best of both worlds. Now, the total supply is huge. It's 45 billion. That's the max supply. But the total supply as of right now is 31 billion. It's huge, but for what this coin can be, it can be a lot. As long as the team's doing what they have to do to better everything. Number 8 on our list, we have to go down a little bit. That is, where are you? I keep losing you. Dash. We got Dash. Now, for those people that have been around, I'm sure you know Dash went crazy over this past year. It was beginning of the year was, let's see. Let's look at exactly 1 year ago. All right, around the $12 range. So as you, it went up, like at the high, it went up over 100 times. That's insane. But this is one that I really like, and the max supply is very little. The circulating supply is even smaller. Master nodes, of course. You guys, while this market is down, go learn some. Like I said, I'm gonna give you the list. This is one I'm gonna be weekly dollar cost averaging, just buying a little bit. Today I'll purchase a little more because it is down quite a bit, as it almost reached $1,600, and right now it is $783, so like a 50% discount. And I definitely want to own some, I want to have some for the future, as I'm staying in this asset class for a while. Number 7, we have one that could go a long way, and that is UTrust. Currently at 58 cents, had a bit of a rise today. I'm sure this is because of Supo's video. This is one he talked about, and this is one I've been looking into, and I do like it. It's kind of going for like the PayPal aspect. You guys, like I said, do more research on it yourself. But as you can see from its start, it started off at around 20 cents. And it's at 58 cents. Yeah, the high was like $1.30, a little more than that, $1.32. So it's also down more than 50%. At this point, like this is what I'm saying. Like everybody was hitting me up during the highs, asking me, yo, should I buy this? Yo, should I buy this? I was like, dude, do you know how many times this is up? Like some people asking me about Verge. I'm like, dude, I had Verge when it was 13,000 times cheaper than this. And they go, oh. And now everybody's hitting me up, like, all scared and stuff. I'm like, dude, this is where you take the opportunity to build your portfolio. So when we have the next rise, when we have the next bull market, your portfolio is going to be going up even faster. That's what I'm personally doing. UTrust, very, very high potential. Total supply 500 million, which is just perfect. Circulating supply 204 million, even better. Definitely look into this one. The next one is Ethos. Now this is one I love and I hate. I hate it because I don't have it anymore. So this is a coin that I got into at ICO price. I got into this coin at 5 cents. I had over 27,000 of this coin. It was called Bitcoins at the time. And the high, all right, I said this in a few other videos, but what pretty much happened to my Bitcoins, Ethos, whatever you want to call it, I had it on my Ether wallet, and my Ether wallet, my private key was on my computer, and my computer got hacked, and they got to these private keys. And right before a nice rise to like $1, like I wanted to go check up on my Bitcoins, and I go in there and it's 0. So yeah, lost quite a bit. I might have, who knows, I might have sold way too early. I would have probably got excited. It's like, oh shit, my first ICO big gain, I probably would have cashed out. But if I was to hold it to this day, or sold it at the top, let's just say I sold it at the top, I got super lucky. 1085, I had 27,000 of them times 1086. That's $293,000. I hope the hacker kept it. I hope he wasn't a retard. Probably a retard. Whatever. This is one that's definitely on my list of cost averaging now. I do want some, as I looked more, like at the time of investing, I didn't look into it that much. And now it's like I see, like as time goes by in the crypto space, you learn a lot and you see what potential stuff has. And this one is, it's like a wallet, a super safe wallet. Just go do your research on it. Video is getting so long that you just have to do your research on it, and many of you guys already know what it is. Number 5, QuantStamp with a high of about 79 cents, currently at 40 cents, also down 50%. This is one that I'm definitely looking into. The protocol for securing smart contracts. Make sure you guys check this one out. The total supply is 976 million, close to that billion mark. Still not too bad. The price is nice though. If you were looking into quant stamp around here, now's your time to start looking into getting again. More like down here, which was what, 29 cents a hit today. If you got in there, I think that's a good move. Yeah, do your research on it. Now for number 4, this is one I also got into at ICO price, currently at a bit of a dip, just like everything else. This one I made, this was like my first, I'm not even gonna get into it. Bitdegree, it's going to be kind of like Udemy, where there's courses, stuff like that, except you earn as you learn. That sounded pretty good. You earn as you learn. It's as simple as that. You're going to be able to go on this website. You're going to be able to go down. Is it read articles? No, it's not read articles. Right here. Start learning. You're basically going to be able to learn tons of different stuff on this platform, such as AI. They got AI development coming soon. AI development. Who else is going to teach you stuff like this and still pay you some? Yeah, that's one to definitely check out. Learning on the blockchain, I think that's very interesting. Let's see what's happening with our. Okay, we're taking more dips. Yeah, we could see this could keep going down. It could easily freaking skyrocket out of nowhere. It could get all these investors back in that were dumping all this whole way, as they would get more Bitcoin for what they sold for. So you gotta remember, these guys can come back as fast as they left. So I don't know, interesting market. Definitely Bitdegree, fourth one to definitely look into. I think there's super high potential on this. Holding quite a bit of it. It's the one thing that's keeping my portfolio up there. Definitely check it out. Like I said, do your own research. Internet node token at number 3. So this is one, I'm not gonna lie, I watched Superman's videos, and this is one that he opened my eyes to. I was doing some quick research on the way home. I did some more research now when I was home. Whoa, can't get on it right now. This one, just go and check it out. If you're more of like the technical guy and everything, if you want a coin that's going to have a pretty good purpose, this is one to check out. Definitely deserves the number 3 spot, and currently at a very cheap price. The high of it was what? The high was 70 cents. It didn't even have its moment yet, really. But this is definitely one to look into. It's kind of like the Chinese IOTA, as Superman said. The Chinese IOTA is a good way to put it. Or no, he said the Chinese Neo. Did he say Neo? I'm sad I can't get on the website. Just go check it out. Number 2, we have our baby Electroneum. Electroneum. Now, Electroneum, like I said, is doing very good on the Bitcoin side. Yes, we're down in US dollar price, but that's because Bitcoin's going down and pretty much everything's going down. So it makes the US dollar value worth less. I believe we could see a stop to this dipping on Electroneum if we hit some new exchanges or something, as there is still a lot of money in the market. This is not the end of the world. There's still tons of money in the market. I'm not going to talk more about this. This deserves number 1 spot. Number 1 spot, actually this is the number 1 spot, because what I put in the number 1 spot was an ICO, and this is just because I wanted to throw it in there and show you guys the real opportunity of this, and that's what I'm going to do. So plain and simple, I'm holding the shit out of this. This is my baby. This is no matter what price this is, I don't care what people say about it. This is one that I'm holding for a very long time. Now, the next one, like I said, is an ICO, and I'm sure you know what the hell it is already. But I've been hitting these ICOs pretty good. I hit BitDegree. As you know, BitDegree I think was like between 5 and 7 cents. The high already was 57 cents. It pretty much came out at around 50 cents and was holding around there. Currently at 24 cents, but that's because we're in a bad situation with the whole market right now. That's fine. Super potential. Now this one has even better potential. This is one that's not only going to help businesses, it's going to help us. It's going to give us something, which is an exchange. They're going for an exchange. They're going for this thing called crypto escrow. They're going for freaking what's the name? ISA. I don't. It's so hard. Like, I was reading about that stuff and it's just so complicated. But I know what it does. I know what it's there for, and it's there to help businesses. If you guys just look through the white paper, there's so much to be explained there. There's interviews with the CEO, the guys there, the team's there, everything's there. And we're getting very close. We're pretty much, we're more than halfway to sold out. The soft cap ended in just 8 days. You got 4 days, 9 hours left for a 10% bonus. I'll leave a link in the description. But this is selling out a lot faster now. Like I said, once people hear about this, once people see the potential, it's going to sell out faster and faster, and that's what's been happening. Super high potential on this one. I got in myself. Yeah, check out the white paper. I'll leave a link in the description to the white paper, the interview, everything you need. Go stop refreshing your blockfolio and go do some research and find these projects that are worth getting into. Find these coins that are being oversold right now, because that's pretty much what's happening at this point. Stuff is getting oversold to a certain extent. Yes, we could see a little more, but I think we're pretty oversold. Yeah, we got how much coins we have left? We have 1.5. We have 16.5 million coins left on sale. I see this thing, honestly, I see this thing ending in less than 4 days. Maybe not. Maybe not. Well, I could see it. I see it happening. Especially that we made it on. We're on Cointelegraph today, and if you guys says when I don't even know how to say this. IaaS meets blockchain. Yeah, we got an article on there about titanium. That's pretty cool. Brings more eyes onto the platform, and once these people take a look at the white paper, take a look and see who the team is, that's where the investors come into play. So make sure you go do your own research. Those are my top 10 FUD picks for January. I'm sure we're gonna see plenty of more corrections like this one. So all the new people, just get used to it. You're not gonna see up every single day of the next 6 months. You could see small dips, but eventually one like this comes into play, and it scares all the weak hands out. That's where us strong bag holders come into play and just chill. Either are day trading it or shorting it if they're able to. Like, usually, like, if you guys, I woke up at 4 in the morning today. 4 in the morning. I looked at the charts. I looked at my blockfolio. I was like, nah way. I went right back to sleep. I was like, no way. I'm not even looking at this. I've pretty much seen what this market has and what it could do. I've seen the potential. I've seen the corrections. Take this as learning experiences. Go through the charts and research, like, is there anything going up? Is there anything that's going up while everything's crashing? Like, is there coins that people are still going for? Because sometimes that repeats itself, and they either take smaller dips on the next corrections, or they're just up on the next correction. Looks like we took a stop to the, looks like we bounced off the 11-1 range. Let's check out the 4-hour chart. That's what I like looking at. 4-hour chart, 11-1 range. Okay, I'm definitely watching these points. Might look into shorting a little bit. For those that don't know how to short their portfolio, even though now I'm talking about it, and you got a way higher risk, as there was already few major dumps. There could be more, but at this point, as I say, like, when people are looking to invest, as like, the higher we go, I tell them, I'm like, the higher we go, the more risk you have from it coming down. The lower you go, if you look into shorting, you have a higher risk of losing. Like, there's a higher risk of it going up. There's a higher chance of it going up than going down. Even though, like, currently we're hearing a lot of bad news. We still haven't seen the news on from all these medias talking about, oh, we told you bubble. That could bring us one more leg down. That could bring us to the next support level around as low as 9,000. Honestly, definitely see if that media comes and all these new crypto investors get scared, might see them gone for a little bit, and they might get scared forever. But it's okay. Those people that believe in this and see the future in all of this, like, but I've seen that in all these AI robots, blockchain is actually quite a big thing. Definitely something to look into. Hopefully this made you guys feel a little better. It showed you what you can do when stuff is going down and when stuff is in the red. Of course, research, dollar cost average, go learn something. Research is learning. So that takes up two things. Researching is great. Yeah, just make it, just stop refreshing that blockfolio while stuff is going down. That messes up your thinking. You have to think medium to long term on these stuff. You can't just look what's happening at the moment. That's something that's horrible to look at. Now, if we do see the bulls come back into play, if we see the bulls pop up, I believe Bitcoin will be the first runner, as the dominance is low, and I think it could go back between that 45 and 52 range. For sure, definitely Bitcoin. But if you're holding like I am, just go do something else. Go work out or something. And if not, then go research these top 10 coins that I gave you guys and see what you guys want a dollar cost average. Remember, I'm not your financial advisor. Don't invest any money you're not willing to lose. At a point like this, you see how risky it is. Now, one good lesson of this is teaching the new people that buying at the highs is not the smartest thing to do. I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button. And comment below with something interesting. You might just win something, or you never know. I'll see you guys in the next one.